Hey y'all, this is Ishnai Ciarfox. Welcome to my stream. My character's not showing up. There, okay. I'm not clicking into this because the Whirling event immediately starts. I don't want to accidentally summon it. But hi, this is Ishnai Ciarfox, and welcome to my stream.
Hey, there's a newsstand over there. Want to grab a copy of the Steambird?
Apparently everybody's voice is back at least.
We know
Most,
our Fontaine
except for
and friends
Charlotte.
love a little drama. There's no way they let their readers down. Isn't that Charlotte? And standing next to her, surely that can't be Kinich?
Yeah?
How about... Lost treasure resurfaces at last. Behold the beauty of the Remurian teacup.
Hold up. This one's a gem. Illegal restaurant caught serving saurian stew. Proves surprisingly popular.
Pretty shocking. But it still feels like it's missing something. Ah, got it. Udex gravely wounded in shocking stabbing.
What?
Set to miss cross-border smuggling trial.
The fuck? Oh my, that can't be for real. Ugh, fine, I hate to admit it, but you've won this one.
Huh? What? Did Paimon hear that right? Nevelet was stabbed and gravely wounded?
My Hydro Daddy!
No, surely that can't be right. Can it?
If it is, we're all toast. Ha! I thought I heard familiar voices. Well, if it isn't Ishnai and Paimon. What a coincidence. Mr. Kinich and I were talking about you two just a few minutes ago. Yeah, speak of the devil. Unfortunately for me, he's a very loyal friend. I pressed him for some juicy details, but he remained tight-lipped about you. So, anything you want to share with me about the great Ishnai's triumphant exploit in Natlan? Ahem, it was a team effort. Modest as ever. Anyways, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, sorry. Let me backtrack a little. Hi, you two! It's been ages. What brings you back to Fontaine?
Hey there, you two. Fancy running into you here.
What a pleasant surprise.
That, and also a less than pleasant shock.
Paimon, you know they can travel now.
What the heck was all that about a saurian meat restaurant and the Udex getting stabbed? Please say you weren't being serious.
Were you? Oh, that. We're just trading tabloid headlines. Is that what you're talking about?
Trading tabloid headlines?
Yeah. Charlotte and I were having a little contest to see who could find the most ridiculous fake news stories. Either I got lucky, or I have a knack for honing in on the most outrageous material.
I'm sorry you had to see such an unflattering side to Fontaine, Mr. Kinich. These third-rate tabloids write their headlines purely to shock and scandalize. All they care about is grabbing your attention to boost their sales. The ones who still got a shred of integrity will at least clarify the truth in the main body of the article, although the misleading headline is still an underhanded trick to draw readers in. But the others, like that one we were just reading aloud, have no qualms about making outright fabrications.
If I had to quantify it, I'd say about 1% of what they write is the truth.
That's pretty lenient of you, Mr. Kinich.
Him? Lenient? Oh, you gotta be kidding! Ah!
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give credit to these so-called news stories for occasionally including a grain of truth. All I'm saying is, even the wildest leaps of the human imagination are always rooted in reality.
A how is hiding because it's the such and such time of the month that they're not allowed to have floating objects.
You mean all those fake headlines you mentioned actually
Which means Paimon is breaking the law.
Sure they do. For instance, there was in fact a smuggling trial recently. Considering the amount of speculation surrounding the smuggled goods, it's no wonder there are rumors about restaurants serving saurian meat or teacups being unearthed from ancient ruins.
I mean, there was something unearthed from ancient ruins last night.
But in reality, the goods in question were simply a few ancient relics dug up from ruins in Natlan. Rest assured, no saurians were harmed in the process.
And if you're wondering why the Udex didn't preside over the trial, it's because this case was assigned to another judge, right from the off. There are other judges in Fontaine? It's not as if the Palace Mion has only one judge. Really? This is news to me! We can't expect Monsieur Neuvillette to handle every single case himself. On a more interesting note, the trial in question went remarkably smoothly, and it was all thanks to Mr. Kenichi's testimony as a key witness.
Oh, okay. Paimon was so busy freaking out about those headlines that she totally forgot to ask why you're here in Fontaine, Kenich.
It was all a misunderstanding. The world's not gonna end. Maybe not, but it'd be even better for me if Mr. Kenich here would agree to another exclusive interview with the Steambird.
It was a pretty open and shut case, and my testimony in court was clear enough.
Ha!
But I'm guessing, Mademoiselle Charlotte, that
I
you're
love that you're
less
saying
interested in the
husband.
case than you are in trying to uncover some news stories about Natlan.
I mean... Drat! You saw right through me! Guess I'll put it down to the keen instincts of a renowned Saurian hunter. Any response to that, or...
I appreciate your kind invitation, but like I said, storytelling isn't really my forte.
Ask a how. We'll be truthful.
Kenich the speechless! Kenich the tongue-tied! Huh?
If you're dead set on doing an interview, why not talk to the Traveler instead?
Please don't bounce this to me. Back to me again. Of course! It's a brilliant idea! But it also means I'll need a bit more time to prep. Let me put together a thorough list of interview questions. Sounds like I'm not allowed to refuse. Well, I know I can be persistent, but at the end of the day, it's your call. Anyways, I should probably get back to work. I also need to go track down and report these increasingly outrageous tabloids. Farewell, my friends, until we meet again.
Charlotte never stops, does she? Anyway, Paimon just has to ask. That how thing that popped out before, or was it a how? It kind of looked like a how, but at the same time...
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that was a how.
Huh? What's up with him? Like, he's still noisy, but he's way quieter than before. It's like he's trying to hide or something.
Maybe he's not acclimatized very well to
Could
Fontaine.
Not acclimatizing? Aw, poor Almighty Dragon Lord is not feeling well.
Too bad he can't come out to argue back.
What do you mean?
There's nothing physically wrong with him. It actually has to do with a strange law we learned about after arriving in Fontaine.
Yeah, Paimon, you're breaking it right now.
Apparently, it's forbidden to release flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month.
And I'm sure Paimon, it gets even better.
Paimon sure does. Paimon's been down this road before. There's an easy solution. As long as Kenich holds onto a how's tail, he'll be considered an Almighty Dragon Lord balloon, not a flying Almighty Dragon Lord.
Not gonna lie, I was considering that. But a how wasn't too thrilled with the idea of huffing and puffing away in the form of a mini helium balloon. That said, it's pretty annoying how he keeps randomly popping up all of a sudden.
I mean, can't
Anyway,
you block him away?
This morning I saw a notice outside the Palais Mermonia about an event that's set to take place outside the city soon. Something to do with filmmaking. I hear that's all the rage here.
Oh, does Farina have anything to do
I
with
was
it?
planning to stay here and do some exploring for a few extra days anyway, so I think I'll go check it out.
Nice!
It'll be a good chance
also
to
nice
let
to
that
have Kenich
noisy
voice
helium
again.
balloon out. He might even learn a thing or two. If you're free, why don't you come along?
Sure, seeing how angry always
I know
makes
where
my
it
day.
is, so let me lead the way.
Like I said, they probably locked it over a few days, so we won't be able to finish it completely. But we'll at least get started because
Looks like I remembered
I don't-
correctly. here we are.
Want to be spoiled for this.
Wow, this is awesome! Hard to believe it was just an empty beach before.
Yeah, it was still completely deserted only a few days ago when I passed by on my way to testify at the Opera House.
They work fast.
There must be some efficient workers in Fontaine. Quite impressive.
You.
A few days? One night was all it took. Rap-a-tap-tap, ta-da!
You.
But is this all it takes to blow people away? Oh, no, no, no. Given my past experience, I can't let myself get carried away.
There's something oddly familiar about the way you talk.
I can't believe you actually remember me. It's me, Lepine Pauline. That's right,
You.
the unlucky one.
Been keeping yourself busy with some
Of
proper work
course.
lately?
How else would we have managed to build Fantasyland in a single night?
Not Disneyland. TM.
Fantasyland?
At least that's how I like to think of it myself. A magical land of fantasy, the stuff of film buffs' dreams. I know it sounds like I'm laying it on thick, but that really is the goal here. As you can see, the theme of this amusement park is Fontainian filmmaking, a place
Oh,
where
so
all film
MGM
lovers can
Studios,
come
that's no
together
longer
and
called MGM
co-construct
Studios.
A world of dreams.
Co-construct? Well, that's a relief. Sounds like you're sharing the cost this time rather than pouring your entire life savings into a single project.
Paimon, you have no right to say anything.
Nope. I might be inviting others to help fund this, but that doesn't mean I haven't thrown all of my life savings into it too.
You're a genius.
Huh? You've got to be kidding. Ha! Look at you, puny little humans. Recklessly betting your entire future against some stupid vanity project.
Good that I'm here again to bail you
If
out.
you're expecting even an ounce of sympathy from the almighty Dragon Lord, dream on! Mockery is all you shall get, straight from the heart!
Sorry, just ignore that little gizmoid. He likes to butt in occasionally. Do go on.
Gizmoid? Who you calling Gizmoid? You're the Gizmoid!
Wow, that's quite a nifty mecha you've got yourself there. Is it some sort of smart personal assistant?
Yes!
You ought to let Miss Charlotte see your cool gadget. Who knows? Maybe you could even look into mass production.
Mass production? Ugh, insolent, vulgar, and disrespectful! I, the almighty Dragon Lord, am one of a kind! There has never been another like me, nor will there ever be! And another thing, smart is the understatement of the century! I shall have you know that I am Kahulahau, forebearer of
ancient
wisdom,
knowledge!
for eons long before any of you were born!
I mean, the Traveler's been around longer enough.
What? Heavens above! I beg your pardon, forebear of ancient wisdom. Please, I meant no offense.
Idiot meets idiot.
Paimon, you have no right to say anything.
What's all the fuss?
Navia!
Making some new friends, are we?
Miss Navia! Allow me to introduce the star behind all the work that's gone into this venue. Miss Navia, president of Fontaine Spina di Rosula.
Step on me.
Hello, everyone. Partner, Paimon. How have you been lately?
Very well, thanks. Even better now that
Hello
you're here.
there. I'm Kanich.
What about me? What about me? My useless servant can't even give me a proper introduction.
You think someone yelling their name out in the middle of a public street really needs an introduction?
He's not wrong. I caught yours just now, in fact. So, you must be the almighty Dragon Lord, Mr.
Thank you for
Hao.
humoring him.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Don't handshake.
Oh, see that? That's what I call proper manners. Well, it's not every day you meet a well-mannered human. Navia, was it? Excellent. You may address the almighty Dragon Lord by his name. Navia, Don't you think the title
I mean, she
Almighty
plays
Dragon
Dungeons and
Lord
Dragons.
is a
It's
bit
fine.
silly?
It's no big deal. All little animals do that, don't they? I mean, try to puff themselves up to look more impressive.
A house totally being treated like a kitty.
Anyway, it's all thanks to Miss Navia and the Spina di Rosula that Fantasyland's gotten up and running in the space of a single night. Honestly, thank heavens! After all that paperwork and endless waiting, the event and venue finally got the green light. I couldn't wait a moment longer. The second the approval came through, I reached out to President Navia hoping she could lend a hand.
Aww.
After all, who else but the Spina di Rosula would indulge such impulsive demands?
Sorry, Traveler. Miss Lapine Pauline sometimes gets a bit overwhelmed by her own excitement.
I have no
as
right
you can see.
to say anything, because I do too.
I'm guessing she hasn't gone into
So
much
mine's
detail about the
mostly
event yet.
bouncing
So
or
let me
like
fill you in.
vibrating in place.
In short, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland is a fan convention that's open to film enthusiasts from all over Teyvat. Miss Lapine Pauline is hosting this event and also providing technical support.
Huh? Cheval Moran?
That's right. The one and only Surintendant Cheval Moran.
Ta-tas!
After much persistence and many solicitations, I finally obtained Lady Farina's permission to use the image of her close friend. Not only is our adorable mascot
Aw.
drawing in fans by the minute, but she's also boosting her own popularity. And that was always the goal. A win-win arrangement.
Just whatever attendance.
It's been a while since we last met, but still, it's a surprise to hear Lapine Pauline coming out with such sensible ideas.
I mean, Paimon, I could say the same thing about you.
By the way, Miss Lapine Pauline, have you decided to switch careers and go into film tech?
Not exactly. By chance, one of the prototype lenses I developed caught a photographer's eye, and it's now
Okay.
being used for the latest cinematic productions. Thanks to this unexpected opportunity, I've had the chance to invent various film-related equipment and props.
That's right. So don't underestimate Miss Lapine Pauline, our resident engineer. She's the technical powerhouse at the core of this entire event. As for the Spina di Rosula, we're mainly here to take care of planning, operations, and management.
Yeah, but then I'll end up having to take over it.
For anyone feeling inspired
I
to set up
remember
a
what
booth,
the
Miss Lapine
live stream
Pauline
said.
and I will provide the necessary technical and operational support once their application has been approved.
Oh,
By the way, Traveler, are you at all interested in taking part?
you mean taking over? Yeah, sure. Excuse me while I pull Blake lively.
It would be a chance for you to earn some extra income. Plus, with your skills, I'm sure you could bring something special to the table.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Paimon would be even more tempted if you were to, say, throw in one of those fancy feasts she's seen in those gourmet food reels.
I roll violently.
Well, as it happens, that'll be a piece of cake. Everyone needs to eat, whether they be tourists or the stall owners themselves. So thanks to Miss Navia's help, we've
I'm
managed
trying to
invite
ignore the
none other than the celebrity chef Miss Escoffier to run our theme restaurant. Look over there.
She's busy.
You! Yes, you! For the last time, the ingredients have to be in the right ratio! Get it right next time, or you might as well just lie down on the chopping board yourself.
Damn.
She seems a bit busy right now.
She in her zone.
Well, I'm sold. I think I'll make a How go be her assistant.
You little... What's your game here?
Amusement.
Demoiselle, sorry to bother you, but there's an issue over here that requires your personal attention.
Apologies. Looks like it's back to work with me. Please feel free to take a gander at what we've got. Anyway, if you're interested in taking part, come find me later.
Sure thing. Before they change anything, let's see if I can.
The fresh vegetables from the new batch are exceptional quality. I just wish I could say the same about the new staff.
Damn. Just looking around. Where did Nietzsche go? All right.
Traveler, it's you!
I mean, where else do you think I went?
Ready to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland crew?
Let's do
It's
this.
time, dear partner and Paimon, for us to turn our attention to the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland. As I
That
mentioned,
rhymes
the
so
park
well.
was started up by enthusiasts who brought in the Spina di Rosula to handle the planning, construction, and operations.
Charlotte Moran, Fantasyland.
Of course, enthusiasts aren't
Well,
typically
Not
all-around
rhyme, but the
experts.
rhythm works.
They usually stick to designing the event booths. We, for our part, handle long-term operations and develop standardized strategy guides for the different activities.
Nerd. Oh,
Long-term operations? Strategy? It all sounds so complicated.
business management. Business management.
We spend most of our time adventuring, and we barely have any experience running a stall. Do you think we can handle this?
Done plenty of big. I was gonna say big
That's
business
more
stuff.
like it. You've seen it all before, haven't you,
I know,
partner?
right?
I'd even go as far as to say you've shaped some of Tevat's biggest business ventures.
Like in the Mondstadt.
Anyway, first things first. Let's get an overview of how the whole festival's gonna be run. As you can see, our fantasy land's a bit like a sugar-free macaron right now. Several
Macaron.
areas are still under construction. The Spina's only been able to hire a limited number of craftsmen. Besides, we don't have enough experience to handle multiple projects simultaneously. That's why I chose to adopt a time slot-based planning method,
Oh
so we
no.
can focus on specific tasks during each designated period. Upgrading facilities, expanding the venue, hiring staff. All of this requires funds and time slots to accomplish.
I hope that's not literal.
So, it's our job to allocate precious time slots in each business cycle
I
to
hope
the
that's
most
not like
worthwhile
literal
tasks.
waiting for real time amounts.
As we attract more guests and earn money to add to our funds, we'll also be able to work more efficiently, which will allow us to divide each cycle into finer time slots, which will let us get more done.
So we'll be limited in the decisions we can make and tasks we can focus on within each time period.
No shit.
Which means we have to use our limited actions and Mora to earn even more Mora.
Yes.
Kinda like playing chess or cards then. Cooking up a strategy in advance is gonna be key. Paimon thinks she just about gets it. How do you feel about it, Traveler?
Sounds right up my alley because I like playing business management games. Oh god, I'm a nerd.
You mentioned standardized strategy guides just now. Does that mean there are non-standard ways to take part too?
Bitchin'.
Of course. Film and entertainment mean different things to different people, and there's gonna be a wide range of exciting activities for people to try out. If we're not careful, some visitors might wander off and end up getting in trouble,
That sounds like a not me problem though.
and others might pick up dangerous props by mistake.
Still sounds like a not me problem.
To avoid confusion, we need to create a standardized strategy guide for each activity. Just think of it like a walkthrough.
I get it. You want me to set a
Wow,
benchmark.
If we're the first ones to test out the activities, who knows what surprises there could be waiting for us?
Violent surprises? Violent surprises?
But if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely on our skills to carry us through.
What skills do you have, Paimon?
Hopefully it goes without saying that I'd never put you in danger, partner. I carefully checked all the existing activities before you arrived, and I can assure you that they're all perfectly safe.
Put me in Danger. Thinking of all the
I also
stuff we've
wanted
gotten
you
into.
to experience the activities before anyone else gets to. It'll be fun. Plus, we'd like to hear your thoughts and suggestions.
Oh, those are two things Navia is best at. Making people feel safe and having fun.
Also, she's hot.
Great! Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. Your input is super important to us. All right, then.
Oh, you're
Let's
the only
start
one.
with eclectic escapades and put our first guide together.
Swiftly weaving through narrow alleyways, we see violent danger, popular trope in actions. Thrill the chase. Oh god, I'm controlling a boat. Oh god! Click the required number of venture coins to reach this zero traps. Diving. Speed up using E. Fuck. That! Shiny. Okay. The way that zoomed in. Oy. The way that zoomed in was a bit cheeky.
Ah, both of you seem even more excited than before. Looks like your first trial run didn't disappoint.
The challenge format is super easy to get
Paimon
into.
hasn't actually watched that many films, but after trying it out, she might just be hooked. We should check out the film that it's based on.
Should we?
Great job, Paimon. That's exactly what our enthusiast friends were hoping you'd say. They'd be beyond delighted to hear that visitors are curious about the films that inspired these attractions. Some have even been willing to contribute extra funds out of their own pockets. Where budgets have allowed, of course.
Except for somebody who did life
Out
savings.
of their own pockets.
That's right. While the Spina di Rosula covers the cost of basic booth materials and rental fees, many fans have personally funded promotional materials and related merchandise. The cost of the booth itself isn't their main expense. Some of them have already started designing spin-off products inspired by film characters.
Nice.
Take our official mascot, Sir Intendant Chevalmoran, for instance. She won second place in the last most popular character poll for the comic film category, and was even dubbed the pinnacle of round bouncy cuteness.
Nope, those are the seals.
Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her image, using the highest quality fabrics and hiring the most skilled artisans to mass produce them.
Plushies.
These cushions will officially go on sale at the next convention alongside lots of similar products.
Shouldn't Farina be getting a sizable
Don't
cut?
worry. As Surintendant Chevalmoran's guardian and official image rights agent, Farina's already getting 60% of the sales revenue.
Damn!
After all, the fans are doing this voluntarily. Not for profit, but to promote Surintendant Chevalmoran's adorable image. The more Mora ends up in Farina's purse, the better Surintendant Chevalmoran's meals will be. And who wouldn't be happy to hear that?
But she likes making macaroni.
Oh, Paimon likes the sound of that. Everyone working hard for something they all love without worrying about profit.
Hey, Paimon, maybe you should learn something from it.
Still, we can't just ignore Mora completely.
I'm making sure.
Whether it's
Sounds
fan
working.
creations or official commercial projects, some level of financial balance is still necessary. The same logic applies to the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland taken as a whole. Once we finish the standardized strategy guides, our attractions can officially be open to the public. But we can't take personal charge of the ticketing process. There's plenty of work to do at the various booths, and the park itself is a work in progress. We'll need to assign dedicated employees to maintain and manage each attraction. There's a recruitment section on the park's bulletin board. We've received many applications, and each candidate has their strengths. Our job is to match the best candidates to each attraction based on their overall performance. Once assigned, the staff will keep the attractions running, ensuring a continuous revenue stream.
Cool.
Wait, so we've suddenly gone from being playtesters to heads of human resources?
No, we're not.
That's definitely a first for us.
No, we're not. And also, no, it's not the first for us. But also, no, we're just hiring people. I have high standards when it comes. I'll make an
Don't
announcement.
hold everyone up to your own standards, okay? You can't expect everyone else to be as capable as you.
But I'm not capable.
All right, time to review some resumes. Fingers crossed we'll get some exceptional candidates.
I don't think you understand the bar I am at.
When reviewing resumes, pay attention to each application.
Work experience, follow-up development of Fontaine's research, stabilization mechanism project, logistics supplier for Fontaine Film Festival, personal strengths, good sense of teamwork, plus willing to take on menial or difficult tasks. I'm tough enough to handle any amount of overtime and compare it with half a day off every 7 days of work. So I'd be grateful for basic. Okay, it's not letting me. Fine.
Looks like this particular employee is really getting into their role.
Rather not overwork them, because working too much is actually detrimental to actual work. Wishing them success on the job.
You're both doing great. You sound more like bosses than I do.
Yeah, I tend to, take things
In
over
any
like that.
case, with this, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland is now officially open.
Woo!
Running a theme park is a long-term project. You won't make much if you try and rush it.
Watch me.
We're just about done with our current work setup, so let's take a short break and wait for this cycle's revenue report to come in.
I have to talk to Pauline.
Greetings. Apologies if you overheard my harsh words just now, but I assure you it is entirely necessary.
Yes, Mommy, step on me, Mommy.
The sheer lack of standards here will be the death of me. Do you have any idea of the kind of customers I'm gonna get with how lax things are at the moment? The ones that leave their guns behind by accident, and then come back to collect them later, bringing ammunition with them.
I mean, that's a way of putting it.
Yeah, that's the kind of customer you wouldn't forget in a hurry.
Oh.
Wait, has that happened before?
No, it's just the mention of guns reminded me. Someone did actually leave their gun nearby.
What?
Huh?
Just before we started setting up, as we were cleaning up the site, someone stumbled upon a mysterious locked box. It didn't look like something from Fontaine, though. It had more of a Natlanese vibe.
That's racist.
Oh?
Do you think a foreign tourist might have left it behind?
That's what I assumed at first. But the box was buried beneath a pile of wooden planks, rocks, and whatnot, so it seemed like someone deliberately hid it there. But I didn't see much point in speculating, so the best thing I could think of was to hand it over to the authorities. I trekked all the way over to the Palais Mermonia just to hand it in. It was exhausting.
What did the authorities make of it?
Oh, they made a mountain out of a molehill, as usual.
Oh?
Before even addressing the question of what was actually inside the box, they had several heated discussions about whose responsibility it was to write the lost and found notice.
Putting it off on other people, got it!
Thankfully, the ever-reliable Officer Sidine stepped up and
Sidine's
immediately called in the
adorable.
Marechaussee Phantom to crack the lock and check if there were any dangerous items inside.
He's a little blue, mezzanine.
And
She's adorable.
as it turned out, there was a gun.
Woo.
Wow, that's a dangerous item, all right.
For who?
Mind if I ask what kind of gun it was?
Oh yeah, Mr. Kanich, you're from Natlan, aren't you? Do you know a lot about guns?
I mean, he is a Saurian hunter.
You could say it comes with the job. I have an interest in weaponry and the like.
Ugh, such a spoiled brat. What, are the toys I gave you not good enough for you anymore?
No.
Yep, got sick of those long ago.
Thank you, Kanich!
You little... How dare you turn your nose up at my gifts? Why,
Time for a timeout, old-timer. Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, do you recall what the gun looked like?
It's a bit hard to describe. If you ask me, it didn't even really look like a gun. Give me a second. I'll knock out a quick sketch.
It's not gonna be a quick sketch. Or it's gonna be a really fucking detailed sketch.
Something like this.
That's a pretty good sketch, actually.
Whoa,
It's a
so
cannon.
neat and precise.
Sketched by a professional engineer, after all.
It's nothing. Sorry. Is something wrong with my drawing?
Does it use the catch things?
I know it doesn't really look like a gun, but I assure you, this is exactly what it looked like.
Does it have a net catching things?
And it certainly could shoot as well, too. I confirmed that with the officer from the Marechaussee Phantom.
Very safe.
No, quite the opposite. The features are very accurate, and it is definitely from Natlan. Please, don't mind me. I'm just taking a moment to admire it.
Admire it. Sure! Thanks a
I
lot.
should be the one thanking you. Thank you, and everyone else for your support.
Don't mention it. Besides, we haven't really done anything.
Not at all. The buzz and excitement you guys bring is exactly what this event needs. Oh dear, I'm starting to feel a bit guilty watching everyone else toil away. Guess it's about time I got back to work too. But just before I go, one last thing. Traveler, it's wonderful to see you. Here's to a successful collaboration.
Yep. Seems like Kanich has something to say. Let's find a quiet spot. We're saying goodbye to the
I'm
Kanich.
sure you noticed that there was something unusual about that gun.
It looked ancient.
Correct. It's most likely an old weapon dug up from some ancient dragon ruins.
There's something swimming in the background.
Based on my experience, it might be more accurate to refer to it as a hand cannon.
I was correct
but
on
in
that
Fontaine
then.
terms, it's not wrong to call it a gun. Given why I came here, don't you think it's curious that an ancient dragon relic of unknown origin would turn up like this, out of the blue? I suspect this gun might have something to do with that smuggling case. It might have slipped through the cracks. Time is of the essence, so I'd like to head over to the Palais Mermonia to verify my suspicions.
I think I'll join
Perfect.
you.
Then we can head out right away. Or, if you want to catch up with your friends first, I can wait.
I feel like this is more important. here, do I need to stop some? Oh, Aoife!
Oh, man.
Bro!
Are you mimicking me? Now's not the time. Come on.
No, I mean, one of our buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
Aurora and Aoife, what brings you to Fontaine?
Huh? How come you're...
We're nosy.
Ah, I'm guessing Kinich is here because of that international smuggling case, right? I've heard quite a bit about that.
Word sure gets around quickly, huh?
First time abroad and you're already making headlines.
Oh, stop it. It's not like I was the center of attention.
I mean,
Wasn't expecting to see the Traveler and Paimon here too, though.
we're good at finding trouble.
Come on,
And making it double.
Aoife.
Huh?
A traveler, by definition, is someone who travels around.
Fair point. Anyway, back on topic. Wait a second. I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about again?
Why, you're all here, of course.
For vegetables.
Kikuku. Huh?
I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine Film Fantasyland. Wait, is that right?
No, but good try. Good effort.
It's Cheval Moran.
Shut up, Paimon.
Ah, right. I keep stumbling over that one.
Oh, don't worry, I stumble over most of the words.
Guess I owe Cheval Moran an apology, even if she's not here.
It's okay.
Anyway, long story short, the festival restaurant urgently needed fresh vegetables from Natlan, which is why Aoife and I are here.
So, you guys are vegetable couriers?
He is. I'm just here as a responsible adult.
Sure.
It's his first time traveling so far away from home, and all the elders in his tribe were worried. So they had me come along.
Even though it's your first time too.
Right, but they still picked me to accompany you. You gotta wonder why that might be.
Don't you get it? They all just saw how overworked you were, so they used it as an excuse to send you off on a vacation.
Damn.
Wait, what? So I'm getting the grandson treatment now too?
Yes.
See? Doesn't matter how much older you are than this dude. Hang out with him long enough, and you'll eventually find yourself being treated like a kid.
Meaning everyone looks after you. What's so bad about that?
Aww.
In theory, nothing at all. In that case, guess I better start over. Hi guys, my name's Aoife, and I just turned 5.
Nice to meet you, little bro.
Paimon's not sure who the responsible adult is anymore.
Well, it isn't you, Paimon.
So, what about Kakuku? If he was here, we'd be making more of a ruckus than we already are.
That's exactly what's got me worried.
We know where he is because of the live stream.
Aoife, there's nothing to worry about. You're a big boy. You can handle yourself now even without Kakuku.
I don't think that's the reason.
You think that's what I'm worried about? Anyway, my priority right now is Kakuku. Suffice it to say, Kakuku's in big doo-doo.
Okay.
Oh, so? He's so small, and all he knows are a few harmless phrases. What kind of trouble could he even get himself into?
Let me guess. Did he get caught out by the law on flying objects?
Bro, you too?
Not me. How?
Oh, that pesky little chatterbox.
Pesky little chatterbox.
So that's why he hasn't interrupted us this whole time. Guess he's too scared to show his face.
That, plus he's already spouted enough nonsense for one day. So I've put him on mute until tomorrow.
Nice one. If I was even half as decisive as you are, I would have kept a closer hold on Kakuku so he didn't get a chance to go flying off.
I guess that's what flying objects do.
Oh no, bro. Or rather, did Kakuku get caught by the guards for flying around?
If they had managed that, we'd at least be able to track him down. But when the guards started chasing him, Kakuku flew into that building next door. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a high-stakes pursuit going down in there as we speak. Just like one of those cool crime movies.
No, it isn't. It's even better.
Which building? That one?
Yup, that's the one. Kakuku sure has a good eye for a getaway. It's the tallest building around. I may be able to fly up pretty high, but checking every last window would still take quite a while. As for Aoife, well, let's just say he's not flying anywhere without a Saurian. Sorry about that.
Not like it's my fault, though. You don't have to apologize on my behalf.
Wait a sec. What's this got to do with how high you can fly?
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo's got himself into a real mess here. Like a panicked animal running straight into a trap. It's pretty worrying. I'm starting to picture him flapping through a barrage of gunfire while important documents are flying about left, right, and center.
I'm not quite sure they won't shoot him.
Heck yeah! If anyone can pull it off, it's Kakuku. He's always been such an awesome Saurus. I believe in him.
Awesome Saurus. In other words, right now in a building there could be not one awesome Saurus, but two.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Of course I'm for real. I'd never make light of something like
The
that.
second one is Nouvellette.
All right. Everyone's an awesome Saurus. Well, the human version. But our priority right now should be to go in there and check up on Kakuku.
As it happens, Kanichi and I are just heading over the Palais Memorial for something
Leave it to
else.
us.
You sure? Wow, awesome. That'll be a huge help.
And if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
I think his owner should be able to say that.
Wait, since when was that up to you?
See?
Well, then it's your call, bro.
All right then, if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I also give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
There you go. If he objects to that, tell him to come find us.
He won't. Trust me.
Why did you say that we could?
Back when we first met Kakuku in the wild and I begged you to take him under your wing, I never imagined you'd end up spoiling him rotten.
And I never imagined you'd be nagging me about it.
They're good bros.
Oh, well, I definitely saw that coming.
Huh?
You're only 5 years old after all.
Good friends. Good friends. See, this is
Nothing new
Celine.
there. What's all that commotion? Are they arguing in there?
See, Lindy. There's strange. It's coming from Monsieur Neuvillette's office. There's strange sounds coming from Monsieur Neuvillette's office. Do you think we should go in and check on him? Isn't she adorable though? The tail, the wings. Some of them have wings, some of them don't.
No way, bro!
Did he say he came from Natlan? No.
Get out of here!
I can understand his words, just not what they mean.
Oh no.
For real now?
He keeps repeating the same things over and over again.
Oh, you know one another.
Yes. He's a bro.
He's a friend, yeah. A Saurian friend, let's say.
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like we've tracked down the owner.
I don't own any of them.
Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Neuvillette.
For real?
Aww.
Traveler, was there something important you wanted to discuss with the Udex? I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to step out?
Risely hot. I mean,
Stay
sorry.
and hear them out first. Perhaps it will have some bearing on your own work. If I'm not mistaken, you are the same Mr. Kanich who served as a witness in the smuggling trial? I take it there's been a further development in the case.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
So you've met Neuvillette before? But wasn't the trial overseen by another judge?
I don't believe there's other judges here.
I've seen his photo in the papers. But as for this other
Yeah, something
gentleman-
about being stabbed?
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Risley, administrator of the Fortress of Meripede. or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden.
I mean, look at him. I mean, look at both of them. I mean, look at all three of them.
Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from him.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Wow, that sounded just like me. But should we really discuss official business in front of the Saurian?
He's fine.
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
He's disappointed.
I believe he said, or rather, I suppose he meant, that he'll keep this to himself. Though I should mention, Mr. Kukuku, that we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Sure thing, bro.
Yeah, he's happy. Oh, this is all a bit strange, but they really are a great pair of awesome Sorai.
Let us return to the matter at hand.
So I was referring to this awesome Nouvelette also.
Mr. Knight,
He's a dragon!
was there something
I mean,
else
there's
you
a
wanted to
genetic
discuss relating to the
similar,
case?
but I mean...
Yes. Let me fill you in.
Saurians are technically dinosaurs, but they're not technically that same kind of dinosaur. Each tells Nouvelette and wirelessly about the finding the gun. Nouvelette makes inquiries with the relevant personnel, and sure enough, they locate the box and the gun that was spoken of.
Wow. It really is exactly like Lapine Pauline's sketch. That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
Yeah.
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, then there's a high chance we overlooked a suspect.
That's exactly my line of thought.
I see. Mr. Knight, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to investigate right away. We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody.
Questioning, sure.
Wrightsley.
I'll sign off on the interrogation request.
Interrogation.
That would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this gun's lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words, the news hasn't leaked.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation or you need my help, feel free to reach out anytime.
That goes for me too.
We were just about to go help out with Lapine Pauline's convention. If there's any news, we'll keep you all posted.
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is to...
Confidentiality.
You miss me, bro?
He really does come out with the most unexpected things.
You miss me, bro.
Who did he learn it all from?
Couple of top bros from Natlan.
Well, it's pretty extraordinary.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kukuku qualifies as a flying object.
Bro, really, bro?
And, following on
Really,
from our
bro?
conversation just now, he also needs to sign a confidentiality agreement. Drafting said agreement may take some time.
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kukuku. Excited?
No way, bro. Oh, he just laughs. I could help pass a message on to his friends.
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
Don't mention
All right
it.
then, we'd better get going. No need to see us off.
Open up and take a look.
I know you mentioned a while back that people from Natlan would soon start showing up all over the world. But I hadn't expected anything like this.
It seems no matter where they come from, all dragons are inquisitive by nature.
I would say humans too.
You can say that again, bro.
The same might well be said for humankind.
Okay.
The real reason you chose to stay to investigate this case was your curiosity about Natlan and Mr. Kukuku, was it not?
Guilty as charged. Nothing gets past you. So, how about we take this opportunity to chat a little more? We've got the world's best translator on hand, after all.
Yeah, no, what?
Sure thing, bro.
Why can't I open this? Okay.
Aoife, we found Kakuku!
What's the situation? How bad is it?
Everyone's dead. It was a murder. There was some good news and some bad news.
Oh no. When I saw that Kakuku wasn't with you, I'd already prepared myself for the worst.
Relax, Aoife. Maybe Kakuku just prefers high-rise living now. Sometimes you just have to let the kids grow up and make their own choices in life.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
It's not that bad. Kakuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
He even had an interesting chat with some veritable VIPs.
You're not exactly reassuring me here.
As for the bad news, well, it's really not that bad. Kakuku accidentally overheard some top secret stuff, so he has to stay at the Palais Marmonia for a while to sign a confidentiality agreement. But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kakuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
You'll just have to wait a bit longer.
All right. That doesn't sound too bad after all. Wow, hearing that's put my mind to rest.
Woo!
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by the time Kakuku actually gets out.
What a shame. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to go have some fun without him.
Shame!
You don't look disappointed in the slightest.
I know, right?
Anyway,
or sound.
Auroron and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
All right, bro.
Yay, problem solved! All right, let's catch up another day.
You're getting rid of them so quickly? Yeah, I'm guessing it's gonna be like... I'm gonna go see if they are actually at the... Like, I mean, not... I mean, be able to talk to them there. They are!
I've realized we're in a bit of a tricky situation here.
What do you mean?
If we go out, we won't have time to watch that film we rented.
But if we stay in and watch the film, we won't have time to go out.
Or you can do it at night.
Oh, you realized it too?
Yeah, well, pretty smart for a 5-year-old.
Living that down. Let me switch over to mine.
Add asterisk. Add asterisk. Thank you for
Oh. Say I should not have enough to double. So back down here. Or up here. Oh, neat.
It's all your fault! All your fault! Your fault, your fault, your fault!
What?
Stop yelling and get to the point.
If you hadn't kept me locked away, I could have asked that judge to step in for me! He'd have backed me up for sure, and then we'd have kicked your sorry little butt!
Oh, Nouvellette.
For real now?
Nouvellette.
Did you even hear yourself? You'd better focus on outsmarting Kakuku first.
This cycle of operation sure got us off to a good start. On to the next one.
Yay! Enter the next cycle. Standing. Well done, partner. Numbers like these speak for themselves. Shorter masterclass.
Well, the numbers might not look that impressive, but given that we're just getting the ball rolling, I'd say that wasn't a bad start. Building on this momentum, we must consider rolling out more unique business strategies during the next cycle.
Okay.
To draw in the crowds, I've invited one of Fontaine's very own celebrity chefs, my good friend Escoffier.
Escaflowne, got
She'll
it.
be performing right here in the amusement park's restaurant. On that note, let's go catch up with her.
So, is the restaurant part of our business strategy too? There are so
They
many
have to
layers
eat.
this operation.
The restaurant is up to standard, and the waterside location will make for a unique dining experience. The beautiful scenic reflections in the water create a stunning backdrop, lifting diners' spirits and allowing them to truly savor
How
their meals.
realized Nouvelette's position.
Ingredients, check. Cooking utensils, check. Looks like we're ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Oh, my employers are here. The president of the Spina di Rasula, plus the famous traveler and Paimon. I must say, you seem a bit overqualified to be running a film-themed amusement park.
I know, right?
I'd say that if anyone here was overqualified, it would be the former head chef of the Hotel de Boer. Wherever you walk, the aroma of fine cuisine follows in your wake.
Don't make me hungry again.
Let's get back to business.
Well, it still has to do with cuisine.
I'm guessing you want the traveler to help me decide the theme dish for each cycle, right?
Theme dish?
This is the business strategy I mentioned earlier. Using Escoffier's top-tier dishes to attract more visitors to the park.
Okay.
But this isn't just about attracting visitors. Her culinary masterpieces will surely have other surprising effects.
Make them hungrier?
Just imagine, Paimon, if all you needed was a single ticket to enjoy all the attractions and taste all the legendary food. Wouldn't you be tempted?
Yes, but how are we making money?
Then Paimon come every single day.
Do you have annual passes?
Now, here's the twist. To get the most out of this strategy, the menu can't be made public.
What?
Based on research by a certain food branding consultant, many restaurants have started offering a special chef surprise dish.
My autism would not allow
so give
that.
me some inspiration every few business cycles, and I'll decide on our next theme dish. Now then, give me your hand.
Can we be friend? I have no idea inspiration could be physically transferred.
A warm and energetic feel. Your hands are calloused from wielding your sword, but still quite delicate.
We're
When you
married
grasp
now.
Its hilt, it's like you're
We're married
holding
now.
the bow of a violin.
Hi, Dusty! Welcome in!
A sword, then. The theme this time shall be strength.
I'm now married to Escaflowne over here. Nothing much. How about with you? We're
All right, let's find out what strength looks like in
I guess-
gastronomical form.
finished with the more storyline aspect and doing the managerial stuff that's currently open. Power-packed barbecue ribs. This time. Okay.
I've refined the sauce for these barbecue ribs. It's a richer flavor than the classic version, but not at all greasy.
I don't trust you. I'm a southerner. You're French. You can't make barbecue like good southerners can.
The mint extract in the seasoning leaves a refreshing aftertaste.
See?
Perfect for
Adding
indulging
mint? How
yourself
dare
after
you?
a fun-filled day.
How dare you?
But if you ask me, I'd say the artisans need these more than the guests.
The artisans?
As I'm sure you've noticed.
But
this
how are you
park
doing,
isn't
Dusty?
Quite finished. A serving of these barbecue ribs should help the artisans replenish their strength much more quickly. As their bosses, you have an obligation to provide meals for them. So why not invite them to dine here? Who knows? The morale boost might even improve their productivity.
Oh? If I recall correctly, you once served up some special fish and chips for the porters over at the Fleuve Cendra. For several days after, the workers were all incredibly efficient. They'd finish 8 hours of work in just 5. And then, because they clocked out early, they'd come back completely refreshed the next day.
Sure, that works in real life.
Then
Sure.
there's no time to lose. Go invite the artisans over while these ribs are still hot. I'll prepare some side dishes and desserts too.
That's a great idea! You really live up to your reputation, Escoffier. Looks like these themed dishes are gonna make a huge difference after all. We'll have to make sure we check in with you regularly.
Invite the artisans over.
Pumped and ready to roll thanks to that themed dish.
Yum, 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 yum.
And perfect timing, too. Let's take this chance to take the facilities of our eclectic escapades to the next level.
Okay.
Now that everything's going smoothly,
Where do I do that? I'm stupid. I am very stupid. Hi, Helen. Hello, do you have any requests for me? I get the impression I intimidate you. It's not that I'm intimidated, just cautious. You know what they say, never upset the client. Haha, besides, given all the help you've lent me in the past, it's important I show you the proper respect. I can't afford to get fired again. The way the market is now, not a good time to be looking for work as a freelance engineer. I like this position. I'll work hard as it takes to get the job done. Grade.
We should be able to attract more customers by upgrading the stall, don't you think?
that's
Didn't we?
right. Based on my business experience
okay.
with the Spina di Rosula, I've quantified the service value to help you intuitively understand
done
how
enough
satisfied
management
customers are with
games.
each stall.
I am a management nerd. I grew
An
up on
attraction
Roller
will
Coaster
reach its ideal
Tycoon.
revenue only when its service value meets customer expectations. As we improve and expand our facilities, expectations will also increase accordingly. When that happens, we can deploy more capable employees or invest funds in training to enhance our employees' skills.
Alright. Do.
That should be everything. Looks like you've pretty much mastered how to run this park.
Oh, good.
Huh? Have we really?
Yeah.
Thinking about it, we have learned quite a lot, haven't we?
Just goes to show how well Navia explained it all.
Not at all. I wouldn't say I taught you much. Your intuition's been guiding the way mostly.
Navia, you taught me more than Paimon ever has.
I imagine long-term operations sounded like a scary prospect the first time I mentioned it, huh?
I mean, the wording, yes, but this is an event. It doesn't last that long.
Don't let that scare you. Just break things down into smaller steps and tackle them one at a time. Even if you're not a genius or naturally gifted, you'll get it done in the end.
Whoa, seeing her own progress has really got Paimon fired up! Actually, she's gonna jot your words of encouragement right down. From here on out, we'll be running the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland together. Let's make it a big success!
Main attraction. Increase integrated facility volumes. Much money. Go ahead and have that unlocked. Smooth jazz playing right there. Formulate. What's this? What's this? Oh god, no. I fight? In this challenge, you must approach the barrage firing device to destroy it. Use your special ability at the right moments to avoid barrage more. Fuck. What does T do? Okay. Fuck. Avoid falling in the water. Ah! What if I like falling in the water? Ever think of that? Oh no. Ah! Oh.
Keep up.
Ah! Touchy. I don't think I have enough time to upload it again. Servant training. Yeah. Sitting over there like Lisa was.
That unique aroma. All right then, I'll just...
Hoarding stone, create new... As the selected one. Okay. Wait, did I accidentally take her off of it? Okay. Line charts. Yeah, I know. I've done. Unlocking. Ah, this is saurian in nature. Their spot animal friends invited based on the layout of their combinations. Greater satisfaction. An emote. Friends who have similar, suited live alongside each other. Oh no, it's this type. We're playing that kind of game again. Um, Don't have enough. Don't have enough. What's my sound doing? Cat. Hi. One second, y'all. Cat being cat. Robot. Robot!
That unique aroma. All right, then.
Keep up.
Something new to
It's
say?
all your fault! Oh,
Yeah.
Stop yelling and get to the point.
If you hadn't kept me locked, he'd have backed me up.
For real now? You'd better.
Sorry. Cat is absolutely wanting attention. I have to pet. One day, 3 days. So I guess next Thursday is when we're going to be finishing that side of things. But let's... Didn't fully satisfy our customers. Yeah, I know. I didn't have enough for the... Wasn't. Right. Okay. And I will train. Today will be training day. Right now. Unused action points converted. Huh. Yeah, I didn't have enough money to do much with it. A Natlan themed area landscape. Cool.
If you press a leaf between dry sheets of paper, you can make an attractive and handy bookmark.
Expand facility. Expanding! Go play the game. Play it. I'm falling. I will fucking get all of them.
Keep up.
I suck at these kinds of things. I really do. Okay. Missed. You know, this would be harder on a phone. Or easier, I don't know. No. No more time, so I can't. Or natural. Yeah. Yeah, sure, Paimon. You're not doing shit. Doing this buff again will enhance this You know, I'm gonna probably pick a different, taller character. You're right. Wait. No, maybe not a taller character would work. How's about
Want me to come along?
Damn it. Oh well. Don't have enough time.
Time to go.
I don't have time for that either, but let me... Alright. Expanding, expanding. Oh. 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 a second. This. Good that this isn't timed. We might be at a real problem here. Ugh! Special ability to slow down the scene. That way it'd be easier to hit the gauntlet. Targets move. You mean gauntlet? Hit all the target boxes. This round, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this!
Time to go.
I'm switching to a taller character. That's just the answer. That's the answer I should have done from the beginning. We're switching to, I don't know. Alright, it's like we're switching to
You
Warp
got a side job?
No applicants currently. Hmm. Mhm. New applicant. All right. Back. Look, your troubles melt away when you're in a say the celebration. We'll catch up later. Got it. Excitement on ice. Expand. Manage manner. Wait. I confused on how the world works. You know, the usual. All right. Spend less time upgrading. Okay. Can't quite upgrade it yet. Petite Lumiere. Don't have enough time. Grade. Yeah.
I once considered keeping some pets in my office, but...
Pets in your office, yeah. Can I not get any higher right now? Okay.
Soon gave up on the idea. It's just not right to keep small animals where they won't be able to see the sun.
The fuck? Okay. Cool. Alright, I need to... No. I hope I don't have to pay for wages of people I don't have working. Anyways. Days for the next stage. The fuck? After the next stage begins. Oh! So next stage as in tomorrow. Where do I talk to?
You've got this park off to a... I can't wait to see how it'll all turn out. How exciting.
Yep, okay. That answers that. Will not let me go any higher. Alright, we're switching over to,